Hi sweets, I hope you're having a great start of the week and happy Mother's Day, and also for those future mothers, happy Mother's Day as well. I hope that you have a great and marvelous day. We are here today to review this Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour wear hydrating foundation, oil free. Also, I picked up the concealer. Mainly, I picked up the concealer because I read, I don't know where, and also I have heard for a couple of YouTubers that this Smashbox concealer is exactly the same one as the Tom Ford, and this retails, I think it is for $22 if I'm not mistaken. And the Tom Ford, I don't even want to say how much it costs, but it's exactly the same concealer. So I was extremely curious about it, so I picked it up. This is a review and not a first impression because I have already tried both of the products and so far I have been loving them. And I haven't noticed, and I have to accept the fact that Smashbox is my favorite high-end brand. I didn't notice at first. It isn't that I get excited for a launch, but I like a lot Smashbox products, especially the trios, that it is the Studio Edit something. They are really good. I really like the primer. I like the foundations. I'm in love with this face palette, and they have released another one which is a lot more colorful than this one, and I wanted to pick it up, and it's exactly at the same price, $39. And I really enjoy this Smashbox The Love Edit eyeshadow palette. Technically, I didn't even notice that I really enjoy Smashbox as a brand. Now to what we're here. I have already done my morning routine and I have moisturized my face. And now I have to finish up this sample that I have from this Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is primer and moisturizer. This has also hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. I've already tried this primer and I have enjoyed it also. So I know how it performed. I'm just applying it all over my face. I'm going to contour my face before applying my foundation, and also this is from Smashbox. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation Stick. I'm in 2.1 and I'm going to use the contour side. I'm going to use this Lux HD buffing brush to blend my contour. I don't contour my entire jaw because I just want to cut a little bit my chin. And in my nose, I don't do my entire nose contour because I have a really thin bridge. So I'd rather just apply it in the area where it's needed a little bit, and that's it. My contour is done, and now I'm gonna go for the foundation. The shade that pretty much matched me, it is the 235. The skin tone is light medium and the undertone is warm golden. The description of this foundation is that a hydrating foundation. It was created in their LA Photo Studio lab to look and feel amazing throughout an entire 15-hour shoot. It is medium to full buildable coverage. It is oil-free, controls oil all day, sweat, humidity, and exercise resistant, color true and transfer resistant, demi-matte finish, and you're supposed to use it. Blend well over skin with brush, spun, or fingertips, starting at the center of the face. As I said previously, I have already worn this foundation and I can really vouch for the longevity. Also, it controls oil through the entire day because I didn't even set it with powder. It is humidity proof because I live in a tropical island and it looks perfect. It looks exactly the same when I apply it through the entire wear to the point where I clean up my face. In my opinion, everything that it claims to do, it is true. So now I'm gonna use, I think, 2 pumps first. It's a little bit liquidy, but not as much. And I'm going to apply it with, I'm going to use this Crown flat bronzer brush to buffet it into my skin. I still have a little bit of it in my hand, so I'm going to apply it in my left side. This is just one layer of it, and I think I'm gonna go with a second one because now it isn't a full medium coverage, and I think it is the way that I have applied it. I'm going to take another pump, but this time I'm gonna do it exactly how the website says to do it, from the center to the edges of my face. And I took out a full pump. With half a pump it would have been plenty, but whatever, is already done. This time I'm just stippling it or stamping it into my skin rather than buffing it to have a little bit of more coverage. As you can see, I have kind of a medium coverage. This is kind of the shades that I always use, so it is a perfect match shade. It is tacky right now to the touch, but it has a little bit of drying time, and that will make it set into my complexion, and I won't need to set it with powder, which is a normal and a must for me, but I gave it the opportunity to this foundation to not set it, and it dried up to the point that it looked and it felt like I have set it with powder. That was a really good thing. As I said, I have already tried the concealer. I didn't pick up a brightening concealer. I just picked a concealer shade to match up and to have a flawless looking skin. This, I didn't set it at first. I set it around an hour or so from the moment that I have applied it, and I like it better when I set it because it looked flawless, but it looked like that when I applied it the first time. But it helped a little bit with a couple of creases that I had. This time I'm gonna only set my concealer, but I'm gonna use the palette, the Cali contour palette to set it. It has this big doe foot applicator. It has a tip as well. I'm in the shade light medium warm peach. Going to apply it to this really dark area that I have near my inner corner. I'm going to apply it to the center of my forehead and the bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow, my laugh lines, and a little bit in my chin. I think I'm gonna do it exactly the way that I did it when I first applied it. I did it with my fingertip, and it gave me more coverage, and it looked so beautiful that I'm going to mimic what I did. I'm just blending my entire concealer application. See how flawless and seamless is the application when I use my fingertip? I know that not everybody is into using their hands, actually the fingers, to do any sort of blending. But with this concealer, if you have a flawless and more coverage application, you should use your fingertip. If you want less coverage, use a brush. I haven't done it with a sponge. You will have less coverage as well. I'm going to set my concealer with the highlight shade that I have in this palette, and it's this kind of a banana shade. I'm using this Real Techniques setting brush. So far I don't have any creasing in my under eye, so I'm just going to start to set it. As I said, I didn't choose this shade for the brightening effect. I try to stick to the more my skin tone was, but still you can see the difference when I set it, that it brightened a little bit more that I have going on before. I'm going to set everywhere where I have applied a little bit of concealer, because I'm not going to set my entire complexion, just where I apply concealer. Because this foundation doesn't need any setting at all. And it is a refreshing thing to have, because as I said, I live in a tropical island and we need to set everything because of the humidity and because of the climate that we have here. I'm gonna keep on using this palette, and now I'm going to use the contour shade in this palette to redefine my cheekbones just a little bit, because we have done this previously. And in my nose. Now I'm gonna go for the blush of this palette, and I'm gonna use a Lux HD blush brush. I really like this shade of a blush. Really nice shade. And everything is blending so beautifully into this foundation. I haven't had a problem with any of the powders that I have applied. Now that we have that done, I'm gonna go for highlighter, and I'm gonna use the lightest shade in this palette, and I'm using this Royal and Land Nickel Moda highlighting brush to apply it in the high points of my face, starting with my cheekbones, a little bit on top of my eyebrows, in the bridge of my nose, in the flat area of my nose, in my cupid's bow. So this is my entire complexion done. I haven't set my complexion because this is a foundation review, and I think that it is better if I don't set it, just to know how she develops and how she behaves without anything helping it to last long or to look better. Yes, I start with a primer, but setting it, sometimes it helps a lot in the way that it looks, or it helps a lot me how it looks. So I'm gonna do the rest of my face, and then we are gonna come back. So sweets, this is it. This is the look that I came with for this foundation and concealer review. I have to be honest, I really like how my eyes turned out, and I love how this foundation looks. Every person that saw me with this foundation really complimented my skin, but besides that, I really like it. Also, I have to point out that the concealer, it had been a really long time since I'm so satisfied with how a concealer looks in my skin. It looks perfect, really seamless, like porcelain, and usually I don't get that finish with concealers. It really looks like I have makeup, and usually I go for a lower coverage in my skin, but still you can see a couple of blemishes and spots in my face. So it isn't a full coverage foundation, but it is a little more coverage that I would normally go for. But regardless, I don't feel a thing in my face. Also, I didn't set my complexion, and I don't mind that. Yes, I have powder in this area here and in my T-zone, but the foundation dry entirely almost like an hour from the moment that I applied it at first, and it had looked flawlessly through the entire wear time. Also, let's see, the concealer haven't creased much in my under eye, and I have been wearing this for almost, I think, 6 hours. I have reapplied the gloss that I wore when I finished up this look. But besides that, is a really good foundation. Yesterday I wore it, as I said in my introduction, for around 15 hours, and it looked like you are seeing me right now. I should have at least taken a picture of myself. Go to Sephora and ask for a sample and wear it a couple of times, and you will see, feel, notice that she is a really good foundation. By the way, I am a normal skin type, and I don't know if that would actually give me a different result, but this is a hydrating foundation. I don't know if an oily skin, I think it would have to set the entire foundation, because this is a matte, a demi matte finish. But or you could just let it dry by itself, don't set it, and then retouch or blot yourself during your day, because I think that this foundation doesn't need any setting at all. Or in your preparation of your face before applying your foundation, go for things that it would help her do an oil control. And now that I brought the oil control part, she says that she's an oil control foundation, so that's why I think that this foundation, it would go perfect with any skin type. Just prep your skin previously, and that will help you to have a nice wear time of this foundation. Also, the concealer, I cannot say that if you have an oily under eye, it will crease, because it didn't feel and it didn't show really hydrating as in a difference for the foundation. That the concealer I did set, because yesterday I didn't set it and it creased around the 2-hour mark, and then I removed the creases and I set it, and it lasts through the 15-hour wear that I did with the foundation. So either way, just work with it, but I'm pretty sure that these two products are for any skin type. I hope you like it as well, and if you do like it, or either not, just write me a comment in the comment section below, and I will gladly read it and maybe give you a kind of a pointers that which combination that you can do to make it work for yourself. Also, if you like this video, press the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I really appreciate it. And if you want to get notified every time I upload a video, press the notifications bell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.